There, it's day 259, and today's topic is calculate the effort you have to put in. Now, how many times we have spoken in the past about the energy and uh, we use in communication the terminus ecology. So, what is it that you have to sacrifice to reach your goal? So till now, we have spoken about the sacrifice that you give concerning your surrounding. So who is suffering, and your family, you don't have time for them, and so it's more about the participants than more yourself. Today, it's about what are you sacrificing for your goals, and it's concerns the money that you have to spend. Even it doesn't matter if it is for a business case, is it a hobby, whatever. Usually, we invest money. So sometimes, depending on your hobby, can be just a little bit, can be expensive. We give our time, the energy, and whatever it can be. And now it's a question: if is this worth everything you are doing? So no matter what you're doing, after some while, you have to ask yourself, by all this energy, time, and whatever you are giving and investing, what's the outcome? And it's interesting because today I listened to a video marketing about sales. It was from Brian Tracy, and in one question from about a salesman, they asked them, how much time are you spending on sales? And they said, yeah, well, most of the time. So when they were thinking that 90% of the time they were investing in sales. And well, they were tracking the time they invested. So every time they did something, they registered how much time they did for it. And after some several days or weeks, the outcome was astonishing, because it came out that only 11% of the time they were given to sales. And so almost 90% of the time was had gone by for checking emails, making phone calls, being in meetings, and so on. And nobody believed this. So the own salesperson had a different perception of it. And so we have to be honest about ourselves and see what for are we spending time. Is it worth, or isn't it? And if we think that it isn't, then the question is also, you have to look a little bit more farther. Are you really investing in the right topics your time? Maybe if you calculate, then the outcome is not what you wished, because you took it from the wrong path. So you invested your time not in the right position. So you have to question: is maybe your outcome poor because your planning strategy was not as the way you should have done it? And if everything is right and you still believe that it doesn't worth it, then stop it. For me, it was always a question: if am I enjoying it? And because if you look back, then I don't want to have the feeling that it was for nothing. And if you're enjoying what you're doing, you will never doubt for yourself. And it's not always a question of money. I did, for example, a podcast. I started it with great joy. And after some while, it took a lot of time. And I decided, I had 3 different podcasts concerning the same subject. And I decided to stop 2 of them, because I wanted to invest the time here for this project here, and to listen to more videos from personal development speakers. So this was okay for me, and I looked at the outcome, and it was poor. I mean, after 1.5 years, I had some thousand listeners, and there are other podcasts that what I had in 1.5 years, they have in just in one episode. But it was not a question. It was, did it still gave me so much joy, and it was precious for me because the time I had not so much time after working, so I decided, and it was also a procedure for me to find a way and to say it's okay. And so I finished them temporarily, and I left it open if I will continue it. So to close it up, find yourself, investigate if whatever you're investing in it, is it worth the outcome? Do you feel that that's okay with you? And sometimes it's just temporarily thing, and sometimes we have to go ways that are not so happy, but if it is just part of getting to your goal, then it's okay if you can say yes, and if it's also okay for the participants, but because after all they are part of your life, so they have to be included in your calculation. I wish you good luck for this, and stay tuned till tomorrow. Bye bye.